Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-month World Currencies, Stock Markets and Commodities Deep Dive for Monday, March 31, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. Leading world currencies show broad weakness in the US dollar. Notable declines include a 4.1% drop against the euro to 0.9236. and a 2.7% fall versus the British pound to 0.7732. The greenback maintains mixed trends across major pairs. 3-month returns reveal significant pressure on the dollar, particularly against the euro and yen, with negative returns exceeding 16% and 17% respectively on an annualized basis. 6-month metrics show modest gains against most pairs. Annual performance metrics highlight the dollar's mixed positioning. While showing weakness against European currencies, it's maintained strength against the Australian dollar with a 4.3% annual return. Most currency pairs show relatively modest annual rate changes. Looking at Asian currencies, the dollar fell 2.2% against the Indian rupee to 85.4460. The greenback maintains very strong positive trends against both the Kiwi and Canadian dollar, despite recent downward price movements. 6-month returns show particular strength in the dollar versus the New Zealand dollar, with an average daily return of 0.063%. The Singapore dollar pair shows consistent weakness over 3 consecutive monthly closes. Annual return metrics reveal the dollar's strongest performance against the Kiwi, with a 25% annualized return over 6 months. The Canadian dollar pair also shows notable strength with a 13.1% 6-month annualized return.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm max profit. Poland leads with a 10.7% gain to 28.1, hitting new yearly highs. Norway and Brazil followed with gains of 9.3% and 7.2% respectively. India and Spain rounded out the top performers. The 3-month returns show particularly strong performance. Poland posted a remarkable 34.2% return, while Norway and Brazil achieved returns of 15.5% and 14.8% respectively. Spain showed consistency with positive returns across all timeframes. Annualized returns highlight exceptional performance. Poland shows a stunning 234% annualized return over 3 months. Spain demonstrates consistent strength with 130% annualized 3-month returns. Norway maintains solid performance across all timeframes. Among underperforming markets, Taiwan declined 6.5% to 47.48, marking its 5th consecutive monthly drop. Denmark fell 6.2%, while Israel and SPY both dropped around 6%. Turkey recorded new yearly lows. 3-month returns show significant weakness. Turkey and Taiwan both declined over 8%. SPY dropped 4.5%, while Denmark showed relative resilience with a modest 2.4% decline over the period. Annualized returns reveal the depth of declines. Turkey and Taiwan show annualized losses exceeding 30% over 3 months. Denmark's longer-term performance deteriorated, with a 33% annualized decline over 6 months.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures and copper futures both achieved new all-time highs, closing at 3,173.30 and 5.8, respectively. Silver futures hit a new 1-year high at 34.83, while aluminum fell to 2,490.75. The metals sector shows remarkable 3-month performance. Gold leads with a 20.2% return, followed by silver at 19.1%. Copper posted the highest gains at 26.2%, while aluminum declined slightly. Annual returns showcase the sector's strength. Gold leads with a 110.6% AARR over 3 months. Copper shows impressive gains at 157.3% ARR. Silver maintains strong momentum with 103.2% ARR for the same period. In energy futures, natural gas shows strength with a 7.8% gain to 4.14, hitting a one-year high. Gasoline rose 3.2% after breaking out of sideways movement. Brent crude and crude oil both gained 2.6%. 3-month returns show natural gas leading with 13.8%. Gasoline follows at 14.2%. Brent and crude oil show slight declines, while heating oil dropped 1.2%. Annual rates of return highlight natural gas's impressive performance, with 134.6% over 1 year. Gasoline shows strength in the shorter term, with 71.4% AIRR over 3 months, despite negative yearly returns. In livestock futures, live cattle surged 10.1% to a new all-time high of 207.97. Feeder cattle also hit a record at 284.80. Class 2E milk dropped 8.4% to 17.12, reaching a new one-year low. 3-month returns show strength in cattle futures, with live cattle up 8.5% and feeder cattle gaining 8.3%. Class 2I milk declined significantly, down 15.7% over the same period. In livestock futures, live cattle futures hit a new all-time high at 207.97, rising 10.1%. Feeder cattle futures also reached new highs at 284.80, while Class 2E milk futures dropped to a new yearly low, falling 8.4%. Looking at grains, corn futures fell to 456.50, down 2.7%. Wheat futures dropped 3.3% to 554, showing strong downward momentum. Rough rice futures hit a new yearly low, despite a slight uptick to 13.57. Daily returns analysis shows soybean futures with consistent weakness over 3 months. Oat futures experienced notable volatility, dropping 4.6% after breaking out of a sideways pattern. The grain sector broadly shows bearish daily return patterns. Annual return metrics reveal rough rice futures down 17% year over year. Soybean futures declined 14.9% annually, while wheat futures shows persistent weakness across all time frames. In soft commodities, coffee futures maintained its strong upward trend at 378.70. Orange juice plunged 16.5% to 251.30, marking its 4th consecutive monthly decline. Cocoa fell sharply by 12.6%. Daily returns highlight coffee futures' exceptional performance, averaging 0.3% daily gains over 3 months. Orange juice shows significant daily losses, while cotton futures remains flat despite reaching new yearly lows. Annual returns analysis shows coffee futures doubling in value with a 100% return. Orange juice declined 30.8%, while cotton futures dropped 27% over the year, reflecting broad weakness in soft commodities.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-month world currency, markets and commodities episode. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.